Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to create just a generic sort of greeting card, like a friendship card, with the help of my Big Shot. My card base is going to be Whisper White. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at the 4 1/4 mark, and that's going to be my card base. And then to that, I am going to add 2 layers. One is basic black and the other one is Whisper White on top of the basic black. So it's going to eventually lay like this, but I want to get a few things done first. I'll have the measurement for these layers over on my blog, so after the video is over, please hop on over there and you can check out a list of the supplies and the measurements for how you would cut everything. I'm going to start off by stamping a phrase in the bottom right corner. For the phrase, I chose the Love and Affection stamp set, and it says, "Sending a smile your way." So I have that mounted on my clear block, and I'm going to stamp it using basic black ink. I love this set because it's photopolymer, and you can place it exactly where you want it to be without making a mistake. Something that I do quite often. All right, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. I've got my magnetic platform and my bottom standard cutting pad. And then to that, I'm going to add a layer of basic black cardstock, a piece of basic black cardstock. And I've chosen one of the Swirly Scribbles thinlits. It's this sort of wavy pattern. And then I also want to take a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and for this I've got one of the botanical builder framelits. I've got one of the flowers, and I'm going to run this through the Big Shot together by adding the top standard cutting pad, and then let me bring this closer to me, and then I'll run this through, and then I'm going to run it back. Go. Just so it's closer to me. You don't have to do it this way. One pass through should be just fine. Okay. And isn't that cool? I think there's so many potential ideas for this kind of swirly die cut. And then I've got the little flower. And then I will bring in my paper piercing tool. This tool is indispensable when it comes to some of these thinlits and framelits. It helps you just poke them out without damaging them. Okay, so I've got my swirl. And what I'm going to do is use the fine tip glue pen, and I'm going to put the swirl on an angle, which is why I didn't attach the Whisper White cardstock to the basic black cardstock, because I knew I wanted to add this swirl. So I'm going to add a line of glue to this layer. I think that should be good enough. And I'm going to angle it like so. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to bring in my paper snips. And I'm going to trim off the excess. Like so. And then, because I have a little bit of glue exposed, I'm just going to turn it over and put it on my silicone pad. If I was making this at home without doing a video, I would wait for this to dry a little bit. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the card and then set it aside to dry. So I'm going to layer this onto the basic black. Like so, and then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to layer it onto my Whisper White card base. like so. Now, to complete it, I'm going to bring in this flower that I die cut using the Cherry Cobbler cardstock. And I'm going to bring in the brand new Sprinkles punch. And I've got some scrap basic black hanging around. And there's this little star on this punch that I quite like. So I'm going to punch out the star. I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen again, or glue bottle. And I'm going to attach the star to the center of the flower. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to bring in my mini glue dots. And I'm going to use my paper piercing tool to add a glue dot to my flower, and I'm going to put a flower there. Then before the video started, I created 2 more flowers just so that I wouldn't take your time watching me create 3, one after another. So I went ahead and created 2 more. I'll put the second one there. And I think I'll put the third one there. And there we go. A really quick and easy and relatively cute, if I may say so myself, card, a general greeting card for somebody special. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for the layers, hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I send a newsletter out each week with a free project idea that you won't see anywhere else, so you don't want to miss those. You can also find a Shop Now button on my blog if you want to purchase the products I used to make this card so you can make it at home too. I'm Terry, I'm Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.